Hi, this is Scarlett Sanders, and today I'm going to talk about the legal aspect of publishing your music, including copywriting it. Rights for phonogram producers. The right to equitable remuneration for broadcasting and communication to the public. This is the public performance right for sound recordings. The WPPT allows member states to opt out of this right if they wish. Talking about licensing and assignment, it's important to understand the difference between licensing and assignment. If an author or performer licenses their rights, they retain ownership of their copyright or related rights and allow third parties like publishers and phonogram producers to exploit those rights under certain contractual conditions. If an author or performer assigns their rights, they are passing on ownership of those rights to the contracting party. It's good to understand that assigning is like selling a car to someone else. The original owner would no longer have any interest in the car as it now belongs to the person they sold it to. This is a very important point for indie artists to understand. If, on the other hand, they had rented the car to someone else, that would be like licensing. They still have ownership of the car, but allow someone else to have the right to use the car under certain conditions. It's always preferable from the author or performer's point of view to license their rights rather than to assign rights. Even if the license is for life of copyright. In such a case, if the publisher or phonogram producer went out of business or was in material breach of the agreement, the rights would revert to the author or performer. If, on the other hand, the rights had been assigned, a liquidator would usually sell the rights of the bankrupt publisher or phonogram producer to the highest bidder. In most countries, exclusive rights are transferable by assignment or by license, the exception being authors' rights in Germany, which can only be transferred by license. If an author signs a publishing agreement with a publisher or a performer signs a recording agreement with a phonogram producer, the publisher or phonogram producer will usually require the author or performer to assign or license most of the exclusive rights held by the author or performer from the term of the agreement. There are certain exclusive rights and remunerations. These rights are the rights to authorize or prohibit a particular action, such as making copies of a work or a recording. And they provide complete control for the right holder, except for certain limitations and expectations, as I'm going to discuss further. I'm going to talk more about this subject in my next post.